I'm Melissa. This is Martin, Haley, and Maddie, and we're cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Cavalier. We welcome you to hop aboard and share in this journey with us.
Hey, child, up and go. A big world is out there waiting for us to live in every day.
Okay, well, welcome back to the Cavalier for another episode of the Cruising Cavaliers. Where we left off last time, we were in Clearwater, and we were going to be heading over to St. Petersburg. So that's where this episode is about. So basically, we left Clearwater, and to get over to St. Petersburg, you got to go down and into Tampa Bay and kind of around the Horn and tuck back into Tampa Bay a little bit. So it was an interesting ride. I had programmed a route, and we got to one point of the route, and I thought we were following the intercoastal waterway the whole way until we peeled off to St. Pete's, and we didn't. I plotted it closer to shore. So we stopped and looked at everything and said, well, we'd rather stay on the intercoastal, so that's what we did. So we went on a little bit longer, and then we couldn't figure out where the heck the intercoastal was, so we were basically lost. Lost at sea. Well, not quite, but so basically we had to stop, and we went the wrong way, and so we could see we were going the wrong way. So we turned around and came back, and then we finally found the markers for the ICW again and started on. So it probably cost us about half an hour or something like that, maybe 45 minutes, whatever. Yeah. But it was just kind of like
it wasn't really a big deal.
Yeah, but it was kind of a bit more embarrassing than anything else. So anyhow. Pay attention when you're plotting your courses to a little more attention to that. So anyhow, we got back and we went through St. Pete's. Pretty big water, actually. I didn't think we had to go that far out into Tampa Bay that we did. And I really hadn't looked at the weather that carefully. I knew it wasn't going to be a real bad day, but luckily it was a real good day, and it wasn't bad at all out there. So we went out and we got into St. Pete's. Made another mistake coming in. I went into the wrong marina, the wrong inlet, but we got that sorted out, and where we ended up was in the marina that's right downtown St. Pete's. And St. Petersburg is a cool town, right? I mean, didn't you think, Melissa, that was...
Yes.
You know...
And the marina that we stayed at, the municipal marina, is right there. It's just right there by the downtown, and there's this, like, waterfront area that has lots of shops and restaurants and bars, and the day we got there was a Sunday, and so there was, like, this... street or
car show.
There was a car show, and then there was also this street art type thing.
It was really cool.
Yeah, so it was really, really busy. People everywhere. It looked like a really fun place to be, and we were glad we got in on Sunday. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, so we got in. We went and found a place and had some beers, and dogs hung out in front of with us there, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, St. Pete's is extremely dog friendly.
Oh yeah, really.
You can take your dog almost anywhere. I think. Well, maybe not the museums, but about anywhere else.
It was pretty cool. So it's also right next to a pier, and the pier looks like they have a lot of events out there, and there's this light show that goes on at night, and just really cool. There's restaurants out there and stuff, so that's pretty cool. The transportation system for St. Pete's is really pretty neat too. There's this town trolley that goes around, and it will pretty much take you just about anywhere you need to go in town, and it's free. So it was right outside one of the stops is right outside of our marina there. So we took that around a couple of times. Went over Provision, went to a Publix and got some more food and stuff. And then, like I said, there was tons of restaurants. We went to a couple of them. I think it was called the Park Shore Restaurant, which was very good. And then another night, we had some friends we'd met along the way that we'd had cocktails with one night. And then the next night, we decided we wanted to go out to the Irish pub with them. They'd been there before, and they really wanted to go. So that was pretty cool. And then pretty much the next day, we was all about going to museums. And that was pretty cool. We went to the Fine Arts Museum, which is, again, we just walked to that. And it had art from all around the world, from all across history, from prehistoric times all the way to
really, really
modern.
Old pieces. It's pretty amazing the detail they were able to do back in those days.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it was a lot of the I love the Impressionist era. So it was Renoirs and Gauguins and everybody was there. All the Monets. They have pieces from everybody there. plus the Baroque style and all kinds of stuff. It was just, and they did a really good job of laying it out so you presented it from Indian art to Asian art to, you know, all kinds of stuff, and they really presented it really well. So I'd highly recommend going there. And then the next one we went to was the Arts and Crafts. I think it's the American Arts and Crafts Movement Museum or something like that. But it was really kind of cool. Lots of stuff. One of the things we really found interesting was a lot of it was about this wood block printing. A lot of it was printing, different types of printing, and it was this whole thing on wood block where they have to carve the blocks out and then, you know, very carefully, intricately carve them and then make like multiple carvings to do. I guess each one is a different color or something like that. So
yeah, they paint on it, and then I think some of them said they would only do one color at a time, which I don't know how they lined it up, but anyways, but they showed some of the wood blocks as well, but then just tons of the prints that they did.
It was really cool. I had no idea that it was that big of a deal, but it was a whole floor, I think, that was dedicated to it. And then there was a lot about architecture and a lot about furniture pieces, a lot about the arts and crafts as a style of furniture making and architecture, and it was pretty cool. And the
building itself was a piece of art. It was just gorgeous. If you're into architecture at all, just to see the building, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, and then we went to which is really cool is the Salvador Dali Museum. They call it the Dali, and it was all about him. I guess it's the largest collection, privately held collection of Salvador Dali's works, and it was really amazing because I think. If you know anything about Salvador Dali, or just, like us, a little bit about Salvador Dali, you think of his avant-garde, really crazy, weird paintings and stuff. And that was one of what he did, but he did so many other things. He was classically trained. He did beautiful work in all kinds of different styles. And the museum kind of laid that out the whole way from his early on to later on. We took the trolley around and got back, and I think we pretty much left the next morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyhow, it was really fun time. Highly recommend going to St. Petersburg.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up, 4 paws up, and we had a good time. Even if you can't go by boat, go by car. It's a great town to visit. So anyhow, thanks for coming along, Cruising Cavaliers.
Cheers.
Cheers and happy trails. Hoping to get something too. What do you girls think? Huh? There's Melissa's dinner, grouper sandwich. And there's my dinner, a trio, Caesar salad, a little special soup, I'm not sure what it is, crab cakes and mashed potatoes.
This is the Looper trolley stop. Takes you around downtown St. Petersburg. Not to be confused with the Jolly Trolley, which is also here, but that's the one that goes all the way from here to Tarpon Springs.